Deep in the hull of a Viking ship, a young nun sits chained in darkness, the stench of rot filling her lungs, the moans of other women echoing around her. 6 days ago, she was praying inside the sacred monastery of Lindisfarne, a consecrated virgin, protected by her faith and God. That protection was an illusion. Viking longships emerged from the morning fog, dragon heads carved on their prows, warriors ready to destroy everything sacred. The monks were slaughtered on the very altars where they had prayed for decades, their throats cut while begging for mercy. The sacred manuscripts were burned, the gold looted, and the monastery reduced to smouldering ruins within hours. But the nuns were not killed. They were chained, dragged to the beach, stripped, and inspected like livestock before being loaded onto ships. The youngest among them was 15 years old. She had just discovered the Vikings had a special category of slave reserved, specifically for consecrated Christian women. For the Vikings, capturing a nun was the ultimate victory over the Christian God, turning his consecrated brides into permanent concubines. The 3-week voyage to Norway was not just transportation. It was systematic psychological destruction, designed to erase their identities completely. Their hair was cut and thrown into the sea. They were forced to drink until they vomited, breaking every sacred vow they had taken. When the ships finally reached Norway, the nuns were taken to slave houses, washed, examined, and classified for their intended purposes. The youngest 8 were chosen for a brutal pagan ritual called bloodband, a blood marriage ceremony performed on a stone altar in a sacred forest. After the ritual, each nun became permanent property of her Viking master, living inside his household, stripped of all freedom and dignity forever. Pregnancies were inevitable. Many nuns died in childbirth, their bodies destroyed by repeated pregnancies without care, knowledge, or mercy. Yet some nuns never stopped praying. In secret, they whispered the Paternoster, traced crosses in the air, and kept their faith burning silently inside. Slowly, their quiet faith began converting their captors. The very women enslaved to humiliate Christianity unknowingly planted its seeds across Scandinavia. By the 12th century, Norse paganism had vanished entirely. The temples of Odin were destroyed, consumed by the faith carried in the bodies of enslaved women. Their names were erased, their suffering buried, but their bones remain in Scandinavian soil. They deserve to be remembered. This is their story.